Sheila O'Donnell.
The diamond necklace. The velvet box, warm as claret, on the dressing table, caught my eye. Inside, familiar diamonds. Taking the necklace in my palm, I pause. My thoughts drift back. 16, delighted. My first dress dance. The necklace flattered my satin gown. My teenage idol crossed the floor, clad in a pinstripe dress suit. His flirtatious smile gave me goosebumps. I blushed when he asked me to dance. The glint in his eye made me tremble. On the dance floor, whispered intimacies gave birth to love. Thanks very
much. Sheila O'Donnell, followed swiftly by Andy Corton.
Thanks everyone. I have 2 poems for you tonight, and they're strategically placed alongside one another. And I should probably explain why that is. The first poem I've read before here, it was originally called Generation X, Take Me In, but I've since changed the title to The Impotence of Being Earnest. But basically what the thinking that got me around to associating these poems together was that I was thinking of footage I saw of the Rolling Stones in concert in the 60s. They were at a festival called Altamont, which became infamous because there was lots of trouble at it and 1 or 2 people got killed, unfortunately. And it was a concert which succeeded Woodstock and was billed as the next Woodstock, but unfortunately it didn't go off as successfully. And the footage I saw of the Stones, Mick Jagger was standing on front of the stage, and there was trouble at the back of the crowd, fighting going on, and Mick Jagger said, "You better cool it, cats, or we're going off stage." And like, I'd always thought the Stones were edgy, great music, pretty wild basically. But, and I admired their idealism and everything in that statement, but I couldn't help thinking, jeez, they were a bit innocent in those days. But I think this is what spurred on this idea for these 2 poems. It's kind of like, in the 60s, when people my age look back at the 60s, they're associated with flower power and revolution and lots of positive things, but we can't help looking at our parents' era with a bit of cynicism and with a bit of sarcasm, you know. But maybe it's best reflected in the lines of another great frontman, one of my idols, Tom York of the band Radiohead, which came to prominence in the 90s. He once commented in an interview, "Levi's jeans might wish it was the 60s. I certainly fucking hope it's not." But basically, what these 2 poems aim to do is give a voice to, on the one hand, you could call us the Generation Xers or whatever you want to call us, the 90s kids who are cynical about things, and yet idealistic at the same time. And on the other hand, the second poem is a response from perhaps the baby boomers or the flower power kids, whatever you want to call them. And it's just, it's a dialogue that's been going on in my head, and this is the result. So the first poem is called The Impotence of Being Earnest. I don't feel that my face warrants you a smile. When have you made my life worthwhile lately? Why can't you see that there's nothing the matter with me? I'm just a vacant soul in the vacuum you control, the black hole that serves for this universe. But I'll resist your soul incision. Not for me, that twisted vision. I'll cling to my indecision. I'll retreat into the consolation of my mind, or the debris that remains since you clothed it in chains. But I'm not yet ready to admit defeat. Resisting your conditioning is a revenge that's strangely sweet. For the virtuous these days face many foes, so much so that life is full of woe. Thank you. The second poem then is kind of envisaged as the response of the older generation. But basically, I feel we have to both aim for the same ideals. And in some ways we could learn from each other, maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's a pipe dream. The second poem is called Revitalise. Ladies and mental men, well, let's be more gentle then. It's time for us to get together, once and for all. Let me say it's now or never, time to tear down this wall. I'm feeling love for my brothers, if only we could stay this high. This is the way to live, there ain't no other. To spread love is what we gotta try. My dark days are behind me, and I'm reaching for the light. And if tonight becomes just a distant memory, well, I won't give up the fight. Open your eyes, revitalise, come up from below. If you've got a song in your heart, don't let it go to waste, because we've all got to play our part in lighting up this place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andy Corton. Louis Mackay.
I was in Barcelona again recently. Preserving what's mine in Barcelona. Words don't fall slack like blue-strung pearls, but shatter and scatter with castanet clatter, as rolling hips talk strutting steps, and hint in the deepening dusk of treasures just waiting for life at the edge of a heat-wrapped Catalan day, that shrinks from the surging glare of noon to concentrate lust for relief after dark, where under the cover of a soul-black night I fall to the resolute beat of a life that swirls my head with desire, then smashes right into my face as pickpockets make me their target, and men who are beautiful women by night try to pilfer her image, sewn safe in the purse of my mind.
Thank you very much, Louis. Noel King.
Thanks very much. Again, it's so short, I don't need my glasses. It's the first poem in the book, and I've never read it, funnily enough. I don't know why. It's called A Mother's Watch, which is both a watch and watch. A mother's watch. Door ajar, I hear his tears, sitting on his side of their bed, his workman's fingers winding the watch that he bought her, that came off for the washing up, that was always 5 minutes fast. She gave us the gift of that extra 5 minutes, always, for school, for trains, back to college, everything. Now it's wound. He hands it over to me. Thank you very much.